Hello, fellow explorers. Welcome to my channel, Endless Explorer. Get ready for an epic journey as we unravel the marvels of Cambodia's Tonle Sap Lake. Tonlé means fresh water, and sap means lake in the Khmer language. It is the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia. During the dry season, it sprawls across a vast 3,000 square kilometers. However, when the rainy season hits, this place transforms into something out of a dream, expanding up to an unbelievable 16,000 square kilometers. You can't see the opposite shore from ground level. Despite its colossal size, Tonle Sap Lake is surprisingly shallow, with a depth ranging from only 9 to 14 meters. The lake is connected to the Mekong River through the 100-kilometer-long Tonle Sap River. The Tonle Sap River stands out globally as the only river that changes its course twice a year. During the monsoon season, from May to October, as winds sweep in from the southwest, the river shifts its flow from downstream to upstream. This alteration results in the rapid expansion of the Tonle Sap Lake, creating a vital habitat for millions of fish from the Mekong River and facilitating river navigation. From November to May, Cambodia's dry season, the Tonle Sap River undergoes a reverse flow, draining its waters into the mighty Mekong River. This cyclic process serves as a natural source of fertilizer and irrigation for the surrounding agricultural areas, transforming the region into a thriving ecosystem for water and wildlife. The October reversal of the waters signals the commencement of Bonhomme Tuk. For 3 days, around 250,000 revelers from all walks of life join the festivities. It's a massive celebration that brings the entire community together. Get ready for a deep dive into history. The flow of water upstream towards Siem Reap turned out to be a game-changer for the construction of the Khmer temples, and yes, that includes the iconic Angkor Wat. According to historical records, the Khmer folks pulled off a genius move by harnessing the upstream river currents to transport those massive stones required for these awe-inspiring structures. There are at least 296 species of fish thriving in Tonle Sap Lake. The floods that occur during the wet season contribute to the growth of large fish, creating an environment where they flourish. When the water recedes, these large fish are left stranded in shallow pools or get caught up in bamboo wires and nets. It's like a natural gift, making the fishing process more accessible and providing a sustainable source of livelihood for these communities. The houses are crafted from bamboo, standing tall on stilts that reach heights of 6 to 10 meters, firmly anchored to the lake's bottom. These villages feature houses, schools, markets, churches, monasteries, hospitals, and even a police station. The only mode of transportation is through boats, creating a water highway where everyone is a seasoned sailor. Cruising through the waters, be prepared to be amazed by what unfolds. An entire village resting on the water's surface. Small houses where numerous people call home, residents relaxing in hammocks and going about their lives with pets and fish as part of their daily routine. Some houses even boast charming little floating gardens. It's truly mind-boggling to witness the incredible way these people live on the water. I visited Tonle Sap Lake during the dry season, and those stilts were standing tall, showcasing the incredible engineering that goes into creating a stable floating village. But when the wet season hits, the lake fills up, and the villagers seamlessly transition to using the water for all their needs. It's like a floating city that adapts to the ebb and flow of the seasons. Fishing on Tonle Sap primarily relies on the skilled hands of Muslim Chams and migrant Vietnamese communities. These communities possess a distinct approach to fishing, and it's fascinating to note that they are less concerned about taking life compared to the Theravada Buddhist Khmers who tend to the nearby fields. One thing that unites all these communities is prahok, a fermented fish paste sourced from the Great Lake itself. Fish, in its various forms, serves as a national staple in Cambodia. The community that calls the floating villages home is primarily composed of immigrant Vietnamese, totaling approximately 8,000 households living in and around Tonle Sap. These individuals have been here for generations, establishing hamlets and villages that literally float on the water. Many of these immigrants were compelled to flee to Vietnam during the Khmer Rouge era from 1975 to 1979. Despite their long-standing ties to Cambodia, they are not permitted to own land, forcing them onto the water without local ID proof. Consequently, their children face barriers to attending public schools or securing jobs, perpetuating a cycle of poverty that is incredibly difficult to break. Pollution is casting a dark shadow over their lives. Without a public sewage system, these villagers are left with no choice but to use the very lake they depend on for their water supply as a toilet and garbage dump. It's a heart-wrenching situation. Visiting Tonle Sap Lake from Siem Reap is a fantastic adventure, and here's a suggested guide on how to make the most of your trip. Choose the right time. The dry season, November to May, is great for stilted villages, while the wet season, June to October, offers boat tours through flooded forests. There are various tour options, from group tours to private excursions. Research and choose one that aligns with your preferences and budget. Tonle Sap has multiple floating villages. Research and choose one based on your interests, whether it's the bustling Chong Kneas or the more serene Kampong Kleang. Sunset boat tours on Tonle Sap can be magical. Check if your tour operator offers an evening option to witness the lake's beauty during sunset. Be respectful and mindful of the local communities. Follow the guidelines provided by your tour guide to ensure a positive and responsible tourism experience. Don't forget your camera. Capture the unique landscapes, vibrant floating villages, and the daily lives of the people on Tonle Sap. Please subscribe to my channel for more adventures, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated on my explorations.